Indiana Jones Adventure Series, Double Play. Let's get it. What's good, my peeps? It's the Ruckus back at you again with another action figure review. What we got going on this time is a two play, a double play. We're going to review two figs, one vid. This is from Indiana Jones, the Adventure Series, and they're also Target exclusives. On our left, we have Indiana Jones as he appeared in Temple of Doom at the Club Obi-Wan. And on our right, we have Kazim, who was in the movie The Last Crusade. So these two are our second sets of offerings. There's also a third figure. It is Indiana Jones. Professor Jones is what they have in parenthesis. I don't have that figure yet. It is on the way, and it is not a Target exclusive. That figure I'm getting from Amazon, and yeah, it's once again Indiana Jones in different attire. He's dressed up in his attire as he is a professor at university. So we'll see that as well. They've got a host of Indiana Jones figures slated to come out, and I'm sure even they're going to have figures for the new movie that'll be releasing very soon. Anyway, about what we've got going on here, we've got, as you could see, Indy is on our left, Kazim is on our right, and you see the figures there. So let's take a look at what we got going on with the packaging. On one side, the right side of the packaging, our right side, its left, you have artwork there, both of Indy and of Kazim. On the opposite side, we have the images of the five figures that came out before these two, and it's funny because they've got all five on both cards, on both packages. The only difference is the sixth figure is the figure that belongs in the respective packaging. So on our left, we've got an image of Indiana Jones, and on our right, we have an image of Kazim. Our rear image of the packaging, or the packaging showing the images, digital renders of the figures in question. You see on our left, Indiana Jones holding a couple artifacts there. To his right, our left, you see a digital render of Indy and the accessories that he comes with. And on our right, we have Kazim, and on our left, his right, we see the figures that he comes with. They also show the size of the figures, which is a good thing because I'm neglectful when it comes to taking measurements, so I can get that out the way. Indy is 6.2 inches, and Kazim is also 6.2 inches. Taking a look at both our figures, Indiana Jones as he appeared at Club Obi-Wan, and of course Kazim in his pinstripes. And one thing I want to make sure everybody is up on, in case you don't know, this line is headed basically by the people that also run the Star Wars department, specifically the Black Series. You'll see that a lot of the articulation is similar or the same as many of the figures from the the Black Series line. And yeah, so you need to just deal with that. They've basically transferred their philosophy on how to articulate figures and the design of those figures with the articulation onto the Adventure Series line. So definitely keep that in mind. Looking at these two figures though with their suits, they look pretty well. They look they look basically as they appeared in those respective films, and they're looking pretty good. Kazim's Rose and Indy's Rose, they both look very nice, very red. And we'll take a look at the facial, the photo real. This time I could actually say photo real because it's based on live action living actors. So the photo real tech, we'll see how good that looks, as well as the rest of the figures themselves. But before we do that, we're going to take a look at the accessories. First, taking a look at Kazim's accessories, he comes with a pair of rifles, and here's the first one. You see the coloration on it, pretty detailed, which is, for me, that's unusual when it comes to weapons with Hasbro. They usually just paint it in plain flat colors like a flat black or gunmetal gray, but this, we've got silvers all throughout. We even have some paint uh, at the top there. If you could see that, it's pretty nice. Looks very nice. But like I said, this is one of the rifles that comes with Kazim. Here's the second one, and once again, some very nice detail. You look there at the muzzle, and you've got some nice detail work there. It's painted in a gunmetal type of silver, and you see the stock and the rest of the weapon is molded in this type of color there. It looks like it's actually two sections that they put together. I'm not quite sure, but it looks good like that. The trigger guard and trigger itself has got that silver painting, as well as the magazine uh, port and magazine, which this is a side loading type of magazine there. Turn to the other side so we can see that a little bit better. So yeah, very nice second rifle. And Kazim is obviously the weapons master extraordinaire there, which he also comes with a hand weapon. And this, I don't know, it looks as though it's supposed to have a magazine there, but I just think it's the design of the weapon. These are old school weapons, and it looks very nice there. It's molded in that kind of gray. It's like a brownish kind of gray. You've got the handle there, and you see the coloration there. So pretty nice. Pretty nice set of weapons for Kazim. Indiana Jones, we're going to go right down the line with his weapons. And when I mean down the line, I mean they're going to get smaller and smaller. And yeah, you're going to see that. But anyway, it comes with this long handled sword here. And this is just molded in a plastic looking silver. It's got some definition and detail on the extended handle slash hilt, as you can see, but there's no paint to be had. Indy also comes with this skewer of three flaming chickens or Cornish hens, whatever you want to say, but they're definitely that. If you were to take a closer look, you'd see the distinction there, the definition. You could see the wing over there, and if I can get the right angle, you could see the drumstick. Yeah, it's right there. It's up against the skewer itself. And then of course you got the flames, so it looks pretty nice. You could see the translucency right there, and then on the other side, that's a better way to see the drumstick right there. And of course, that's repeated on all three hens, and the skewer itself is just basically molded in that plastic looking, that silver looking, that plastic looking silver. That's how you say it, anyhow. That's the skewer with the three flaming chickens. Then we have this artifact. I don't remember exactly what it was. I haven't seen the movie. I plan on going through the movies before the new one comes out. But you have this artifact there, and you see that the bottom portion of it is a translucent kind of green. I can't even begin to describe what this is supposed to be. So once again, I'll have to just simply look at the movie, and then when it gets to this part, I'll know then. And the accessories continue to get smaller and smaller. That last one, that artifact, uh, there's always the possibility of losing that one, but the possibilities, the odds increase as we go along here. We've got this, which appears to be a vial of something. Once again, I'll have to see the movie to remember, to get my memory refreshed on exactly what this is. But you see that it's a translucent green there, and then we've got gold, gold ring, and then the top or cap, if this is indeed a vial, also gold. And finally, the one accessory that I know at least three-quarters of us are going to lose. There's no way. This right here is going to be very stressful trying to maintain this, because if you drop this, the chances are it's gone and it'll be right in front of you. You'll probably be looking right at it. It's a facsimile of a diamond. I'm going to try to so you could see what I'm talking about. There we go. So yeah, you see my fingers. You see it up against my fingers. You see how small it is. Like I said, three-quarters of us are going to lose this. I almost lost the vial just bringing it to my station here, but I managed to find it. Only the fact that it's fluorescent green spared me. Looking at Kazim's head sculpt first, once again, the digital print is very nice, and I'm quite sure it looks similar to the actor portraying Kazim. Once again, I'll keep saying it, I'll have to look at the movie to get a better idea, but I'm going to err on the side of positivity and say that Hasbro did a knockout job with this guy too. It does, in any case, the head sculpt does look good. You've got his cover there. I don't know what its official name is, but I know it's covering his head. And then, of course, you've got his hair peeking out from underneath it. It's just a solid black, no wash or anything like that. But the face itself is looking very nice. The mustache is cool. Skin pigmentation, the eyes, everything is looking very, very nice. Taking a look at Indiana Jones himself, this is a very nice head sculpt too. In fact, I dare say this looks more like Harrison Ford than the first figure from Raiders of the Lost Ark, and we will compare that momentarily. But yeah, that's a good looking likeness right there. Straight on, for sure. And this time the eyes have, they got the eyes right. On the Raiders of the Lost Ark version, um, the eyes, I don't care what anyone says, the eyes, when you have the head looking straight on, the eyes are looking up. It's as though he's distracted by his hat and he keeps looking at the brim of the hat. And you'll see what I'm talking about when I break him out. But this particular portrait looks good. As always, those diagonal profiles look the best in my estimation. Looks very, very nice. And then the full profile, that's definitely Harrison Ford for sure. Hair looks good. Everything. He's got that kind of scowl that Harrison is known for. Very nice portrait. Here's that side by side comparison I promised you. Uh, so to try to show you the differences with the facial prints, I'm going to have to raise the Raiders of the Lost Ark's head just a little bit. In fact, I'm probably going to have to tilt him so you could try to see. But I don't know how well that's translating. I may have to attempt a zoom in. So I've got him zoomed in now. And what do you guys think? Which which head sculpt looks more like Harrison Ford to you? I mean, they're both pretty decent, but I still think our Obi-Wan version looks more like Harrison. And I've got the head kind of I'm talking about the head on the Raiders of the Lost Ark version. I've got the head in such a way that the eyes look like they're straight on, but there's a certain angle when he's looking. It's really hard because his hat is generating shadows. I think that right there shows it best. Look at the eyes. The eyes look like they're trying to look up at his brim for sure. So yeah, I always have to when I have him posed, his head has to be kind of sort of down like that, so he has the appearance that he's looking head on. But yeah, tell me which portrait you guys think looks more accurate to Harrison Ford. And I won't get out of here without giving you a full-bodied version of the comparison right there. So you've got Raiders of the Lost Ark Indy on our right, and you've got Temple of Doom Indy on our left there, and both look good in terms of the recreation of their attire. So it looks very nice. Since we have Indy up here, we may as well go through the articulation segment right there. And as I stated before, a lot of similarities between the Adventure series and the Black series. Indy's head is on a dumbbell, so you're not going to get much going back at all, as you can see. You're not going to get much looking down on that dumbbell either. However, he does have his neck is on a dumbbell joint as well, so you've got articulation with that, and that actually assists with him looking down. Not so much looking up. You got a little bit kind of looking up, but not much at all. But you get a decent amount looking down. You get attitude, of course, in the 360. And as you can see, if you're looking at that bow tie, you can see what I'm talking about there. As far as the arms are concerned, he can do a T, so 90. He could 360 it, and there is a butterfly joint in there. There's a butterfly joint in there. It's being covered up and somewhat impeded by the dinner jacket there. He once again, here's where we get into Black Series territory. No bicep swivel, single jointed elbow that swivels. And the one good thing about that is it does make the sleeve of the jacket look somewhat seamless. The hands are on the actual wrist itself is what has the ball peg, the joint. So the hands fit on the ball peg on the arm, not the other way around. So you get as best you can because the sleeve is impeding some, but you can get 360-degree movement there, and that's with both hands, of course. He's got a he's got another dumbbell joint for his diaphragm. It's somewhere around here in the middle, and you get some. You're not going to get much. Once again, impeded by the vest slash shirt combination. So you're not going to get much of anything going forward or back. You will get some side to side, and you will get some twist and turn there. As far as the hips go, that's pretty decent. You can go out that far. He can kick his leg a little more than 90 and decently going back. He's got the thigh cut, single jointed knee that swivels. Once again, it keeps the look of the pant leg pretty seamless until, of course, you bend the knee out. And then you point the toe that far forward. You're not going to get much pointing it up because of the pant leg. He does have ankle pivot and holes, peg holes at the bottom of his feet. Kazim has similar articulation as Indy does. It should be pointed out both Kazim and Indiana Jones have trigger fingers on their right hands. Both of them do. Despite the fact that Indy has no nothing to pull the trigger with. There is kind of like a loop on that artifact, that green translucent artifact that I showed before. But Kazim has the same articulation or similar. The only difference might be here in the torso area. It is there, but his jacket impedes even more so than Indiana Jones's jacket, and the same can be said about the butterfly joint. There's a butterfly in there. It's just that you're not going to get much because of the design, because of the suit jacket, and once again the legs will be the same, but it's the ugliness when you bend the knee is more apparent when you have the pinstripe suit. So this is what you get there. So that's not pretty at all. But yeah, that's what time it is. Of course, they both are sporting holes, peg holes at the bottom of their feet. Putting a bow on this review here with our double play, we've got Indiana Jones from the Temple of Doom film, and we've got Kazim from the Last Crusade movie, and nice offerings. I mean, it's not really too, they're not really tactically dressed, of course. But we already have an Indiana Jones in his tactical gear, which he basically wore in every film. So you can play that game to your heart's content. Both figures look great with their suits. Indy's tuxedo and Kazim's pinstripe suit looking nice. Kazim's tie and shirt look very nice. Both roses, nice brightly red. The portraits look, from what I can recall, spot on. Especially Indy. I think that this portrait looks the most like Harrison Ford, and I'm standing on my square with that. I've got uh, I've got Indy sporting the two smallest artifacts, so I have them captured permanently. I'm going to take a picture of this just in case I do lose either or both of these particular accessories. It is, I mean, it's great to have them. They're, meaning Hasbro's being pretty accurate with having them, but man, they are so small. They are so small, and yeah, the like I said, the odds of losing either or both of these pieces are great indeed. They both came with a fair amount of accessories, considering, especially Indy. I mean, even with these two little accessories right there, he came with five pieces. Kazim came with three, all weapons. So you gotta love that for sure. Kazim came with more weaponry, suited and booted, than most superheroes do with the classified line. So yeah, that's pretty crazy. But the adventure series is pretty nice. I had actually uh, told myself that I wasn't going to go all in, but then when these Target exclusives came out, I didn't even give it a second thought. I was right down there and picked up my set, and yep, that's the OCD slash neurotic completionist in me uh, in full effect. So I figured I may as well just give in because that's how I get it done.